Secretary of State Antony Blinken calling on Russia to release immediately Evan Gershkovich. He's the Wall Street Journal journalist being detained over there. KT McFarland with us this morning. Is this going to be another prisoner swap kind of hostage situation?
Yeah, and that's what the Russians do. They want to make a political point. They take an American. In this case, it's a little more frightening because the Wall Street Journal reporter has been accused of espionage. So he's not being held by the foreign ministry equivalent people or the police. He's being held by the secret services, like the KGB successor organization. So no American official has been able to see him. They're not sure the state of events. But yeah, what the Russians will probably do is say, okay, let's string this out for a while, get a lot of headlines out of it, and then they'll have a prisoner swap. And any of these they're never equivalent prisoner swaps. I mean, we always give them somebody far more important than what we're getting back, although it's hard to think of anybody more important right now than a Wall Street Journal reporter in Russia. But I think it's likely to be, Putin crony or some kind of a crook. The last time we did a prisoner exchange was for the woman basketball player.
Yep.
And in exchange, the Russians got one of the world's most deadly arms dealers, a Russian arms dealer who you can say is indirectly or directly responsible for killing Americans.
They still hold an American.
I'm assuming that this will be an equivalent exchange, but worse.
They still hold a former American soldier, I believe. I'm not sure of his rank, but he's been there for many years.
Yeah.
Is it possible that they're trying
to
arrest
two?
Okay, two.
Well, I'm sure the Biden administration would like to get more, but there are two Americans being held. One is under the espionage charge, and then another one is on a drug charge. And will there be a prisoner swap of all three Americans get out in exchange for some important Russian or some important collection of Russians? Only time will tell. But the headline now will be the Wall Street Journal has a reporter who is now in the clutches of the Russian Secret Service.
We've had these hostage-taking situations since the Tehran seizure of American diplomats in '79.
Yeah.
KT, you're a foreign policy expert. As you look around Biden's world, can you show me a single foreign policy success?
I've thought about it for a long time, Stuart, and as you know, I go back almost 50 years in my career. And I go back to the 1980s, the 1970s, 1980s, when Reagan came in. And when Reagan came in, we were at a military disadvantage with the then Soviet Union. We had planes that couldn't fly, ships that couldn't sail because they didn't have gasoline, and we were cannibalizing tanks on the runway. To get one to work, you needed two. So what Reagan did was he came in, he fixed the economy, fixed the military, we won the Cold War. But at the time, the Soviet Union, even though they were ahead of us probably militarily, they were way behind us economically. And they were way behind us with technology. And so fast forward today, I don't think it's just a matter of the Biden administration has no success to point to. I think they're doing definite harm to America's national security because we now have an adversary that has weapons that we don't have, right? Hypersonic weapons. They now have technology that we don't have. And their economy is growing ever bigger, and they have trade relationships that they're getting, particularly in the global south, which is the area of growth in the future. We don't have that stuff. So I think that the Biden administration, the fixes are there if they would only do them, but they won't. They have a military that they've sacrificed on the altar of wokeism instead of a military that's a warfighting military. And they've sacrificed the American economy and prosperity at the altar of a will-o'-the-wisp chase for climate change.
KT, did you see this came out this morning? We're learning that the Chinese spy balloon did gather intelligence from U.S. military sites. That's not the story we heard from the White House when that thing first appeared.
No, and the experts in the field, when we were all talking to each other, we knew it was a significant intelligence gathering operation. What the Chinese have done in their military buildup is they built up a lot of new intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, capable of hitting the United States. They didn't have them before, now they've got them. And what the spy balloon was doing was looking all over the United States for a target list. And they were also looking for what are potential targets and how was our response to any kind of a cyber attack. So yeah, the Biden administration, they screwed it up. So what was their response? Oh, well, it didn't really matter that much. Yes, it did matter, and it mattered an awful lot, and
yes,
it will continue to matter to the United States.
KT McFarland, always good. Thank you very much, KT. See you again real soon, I do hope.
Thanks.